My name is Srivas. I come from Ghana, West Africa. I serve as the zonal supervisor for West Africa. But right now I am in Mayapur as a teacher at the Mayapur Institute, where I teach Bhakti Vaibhav. Another occasion, one devotee had gone on sankirtan, and as he was passing by some mystical Christian congregation, the head pastor saw this brahmachari in saffron clothes, and he asked the secretary to go get him. So when he brought this devotee back, he asked him, "What do you have in your bag?" And the devotee said, "I'm selling spiritual books." He said, "Can I see them?" So the devotee brought out all the books. He bought every copy of all the books he had. And he said that I'm a mystic Christian. I do astral projection every day into some different planets to see what is happening. And my last visit to one of these astral journeys, on this one of these astral journeys, I went to a planet and I saw people dressed like you in these saffron clothes. One person, and wherever he went, people were offering obeisances to him. So I realized how important that person is. And this morning, I have seen somebody dressed in the same manner. So I want to have the books that you are selling. I understand that the person is very important. So he bought the books from the devotee and he began to read. And in no time, he became very attached to Krishna consciousness. He is the bishop of the church. He would drive all the way from his community to the temple, and he would bring out some foodstuffs. He was a big time farmer. He would bring out some foodstuffs. He would give good donations, and he would tell his church members, "I actually belong to the Hare Krishnas. The philosophy they preach, the understanding they give, that is what I agree with. But because you people are not mature enough to understand, I have to give you what you need. But actually, I belong to the Hare Krishna people." And so he said any book that was published, he was ready to buy. And gradually he started inviting us to his congregation. And we're preaching to the congregation. When he passed away, he put in his will that the Hare Krishnas must be at my funeral. I want them here to preach. If you don't bring them here, trouble. So we're there when they came to invite us. Now, the Reverend has passed away, and in his will, he said we must be in his funeral and do some preaching. So we had a wonderful program. We preached like anything, we distributed books like anything. So that shows how important this book distribution is. So the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust Africa is doing its best to establish the printing of Srila Prabhupada's books so we can widely distribute these books across Africa. Govardhan Prabhu, who is in charge of the BBT Africa from South Africa, every year they organize this BBT conference to discuss the importance of book printing and book distribution. And so they have done this program in South Africa a number of times, in Ghana, West Africa, in East Africa. The regional secretary for East Africa, Omapati Prabhu, I just spoke to him a few days ago. He said marathon is at its height and book distribution is going on. So because they see how important it is to distribution of Prabhupada's books. They have a university program there. The temple is very close to a university of Nairobi, and they have an ashram for students. And we have hundreds of students joining the temple, reading Srila Prabhupada's books, participating in the programs, and going for their studies. So they have seen how these books have actually changed people's lives. And therefore, all devotees, all members of ISKCON, we must make the necessary arrangements to have these books distributed profusely so that the whole world can come to know the importance of reading Srila Prabhupada's books. Hare Krishna. Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama
Krishna Hayagriva, Jaya Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari, Yashodanandan Raja Jana Ranjana.